Let me turn this up. I thought it had just cut itself off. Hey, everybody. Happy
Hey,
Thursday.
hey, hey, it's Thursday. I like your music. I like your music. You had me grooving. I was grooving.
I thought that was the end of it, but apparently I got to turn it off. I got to turn it off. Okay. We can work with that. So how you
All
doing,
right
Tony?
now. All is
Happy
good. I pulled a
Thursday.
shift today. Hey, and I'm off for 5 days. I'm feeling super excited.
Must be
Yep.
nice. Hey, Deanna. Long
Hey,
time no
Deanna.
see.
Hey, my
Look,
friend. Hello, my friend.
I went back and looked at one of the old videos where Deanna was on talking to us about buying property. I don't know what made me go back
Oh,
and look
yeah.
at that. I looked at that last
Okay.
week.
Yeah, she
So,
filed like a.
mm-hmm. Um,
Mm.
so it's Thursday. If you know what, I made the mistake of thinking I get paid tomorrow. I looked at the
You
calendar
don't?
and I'm like, wait a minute, tomorrow not the 17th.
Uh-oh. You got a little ways to go. You do. You got a
Yeah,
little
I'm
ways to
thinking
go, sister.
I think I'm finna get paid tomorrow, but apparently I got another week to go.
Uh-oh.
It would be hey Ben Stinker. Oh, Deanna said she
Ben
jealous.
Stinker.
You got 5 days off. She did.
Oh.
Ben
You'll be
Stinker,
fine.
long time no see. What's
Hey,
going
Ben
on?
Stinker.
Oh, she said,
Ah.
I'm on it online. She working right now, she said.
Oh.
But yeah, you know the good thing about it though, when you have a home-based business and you have money, you know, coming in, when you make that mistake and look over there and think you get paid tomorrow, you know, you pretty much okay if you got,
Right.
system worked out. So, you know, maybe about 10 years ago, if I had made that mistake, I'd be sweating real hard right now.
Right.
Let me see. What she said? Deanna said, how about I got paid? Said, ooh, she might, Deanna, you got a home based business too? She said she got paid 7 days late because she forgot her
Oh.
term sheet. She said that like she
Ooh.
wasn't even worried about it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
so what?
That's when you ain't worry about it. Got money
Yeah,
to burn.
yeah. We, forget it. We good. So what we talking about tonight? Oh, let me introduce myself to those who do not know me. I am Melissa King, home-based business owner. I'm here with my partner, my upline, my financial guru, uh, Professor Tony Clopton, who
Right.
has his PhD in finance from the School of Hard Knocks.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
he done boom, pow, knocked and beat until he like, he earned that degree. I don't care
I
what you say.
have. Yes, I have. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So we're here to, oh, hey, the hood table. Hey, girl. I haven't seen the
Good
hood
table.
table in a minute. How you doing? That's
All
another,
right now.
that's another home entrepreneur.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah. So today we're gonna talk about home-based businesses and what else we're gonna talk about.
How it can complement almost anybody, anywhere, at any time. Let's talk about how you complement what we do with anything and anybody. Let's talk about those compliments. Yeah.
Okay. So since we do have the hood table on here, and one of her home-based businesses, she does cakes, right? Cake decorating and stuff. So as somebody in that field, how can a home-based business like ours help someone that's a cake baker?
A cake baker. Okay,
So,
so let's talk about cake baking. You're gonna have to buy some ingredients, right?
right,
When you say you're gonna have to drive out to pick up those ingredients, right?
right.
Yep. You're gonna have to call someone, advertise. You're gonna have to market your cake business, right?
I would think
All of
so.
that is a tax deduction, right?
Okay.
So
So
you can easily write off.
you named off ingredients, as my mom would say.
Yeah.
Ingredient, advertising,
Uh-huh.
uh, driving.
Yep. The
All
mileage.
those
Yep.
things
Yep.
are business expenses, which
Right.
can be written off.
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
I like
Hmm.
that. Okay, so now we got Deanna on here.
Okay.
Deanna is a YouTuber.
A YouTuber.
She's got a popping page. She keep a crowd. So for somebody that has, and that's the hood table too. But we use the cake baker for her. We're gonna use the YouTuber for Deanna.
Okay.
What type of write-offs or what type of benefit could our business do for a YouTuber?
Okay. Right
Not
off the rip.
YouTubers like us, but the
Yeah.
successful ones.
Okay, successful. Okay, so without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to look at almost any and all electronic devices. You're talking about cell phones, computers, tablets, ring lights, headphones, internet service is the big one. We all need internet. A plethora of stuff that you can write off as a content creator, especially YouTube and the new Facebook Reels and digital creators. We all are packaged in, bundling. You definitely got to write off big time electronics, and those are one of some of the most expensive items that you're going to purchase, right?
Exactly. Not to mention the green screen. And I don't know about other people, but I've been using a lot of the apps. And a lot
Apps.
of the apps will give you the baseline stuff for free, but like the stuff that really grab you to catch you, you got to do the premium for that. So it might be like $10 or
Right.
$14. That's something else you can put in and write off because that's what you're using for your business. So I've got like Canva. I recently got one called CapCut,
Hmm.
video editor. All of those, I'm able to write those off because they are business expenses. I can't do these fabulous videos
Right.
without those apps. Well, I mean, I could, but it won't be as good, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Great.
so
Great.
what else we got?
Hey,
What
let's talk
about?
about this big season, tax season. We
Oh
got
yeah,
tax professionals that are in
exactly.
our business and they are really improving their clients' refunds. Like you can literally triple or double or even triple somebody's refund. It's up to you how you want to get your money back. But tax professionals are huge in our industry for clients. Wouldn't you say, Melissa?
I would say, now I this on the hush, but Tony and I actually took a tax preparer's class. Now, would I come to me to get your taxes done? Nah, I wouldn't do that. But we did it because we just wanted to get the inside scoop on, a better understanding of how all of this works. As far as taxes go, I was like the dumbest when it came to that. I didn't know how they figured out the refund, what they needed all that information for. You know how they give you that little sheet and they ask you all these questions like, you
Mhm.
know, uh, got your car tag and how much you spend on this and do you got this? And I'm like, what they need all this for? For
Mhm.
taxes. I had no clue. I'm talking about none. And so
Mhm.
once you learn how that process works, you can be better on the lookout for how to manage your money and how to do things that's gonna have you thinking like a business owner. Because as a
Absolutely.
9 to 5, all you get pretty much is the standard deductions,
Mhm.
unless you have. And I've never been one that's qualified for anything other than I think maybe like church donations or if I get it just as a 9 to 5 without the business stuff. So, it's very hard if you don't have I didn't have a house. I only had the one kid. So without those additional expenses that can count towards tax deduction, I was basically just getting that standard deduction.
Hmm. Okay.
So, you know, obviously I wouldn't get no big bundle back. You know how
Right.
you have people talking about, oh, you sitting around here and people talking about they got 12,000 and 6,000. Like, how y'all get that money like that? I ain't
Right.
never got no money like that. But
Hmm.
um, once I started doing this business, I realized actually I don't even want to get no money like that because I want to get it during the year instead of waiting till the end of the year. Let me go and have my money every 2 weeks. I don't need to
Absolutely.
wait. I don't need to wait 52 weeks to get my
Yeah,
money.
that's right.
Don't
Okay.
get
So
too mad.
okay. In your case, who else do you think that this business complements? Who in your mind that you would say would benefit?
Well, let me think. I'm trying to think of something outside the box that you really wouldn't think about. I know you mentioned earlier about like the Lyft drivers and stuff.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Hey, if you didn't
So,
know, I am a delivery driver now. I have another stream of income.
mhm,
And one of the biggest things that the company that I work for, they don't uh, teach us, which I know now, that when I'm driving people's bags from the airport, people's
mhm,
bags get lost. I'm delivering those bags to their home, right? So
mhm,
with my vehicle, whatever I'm driving, there's maintenance on that vehicle. There's the
right.
mileage on that vehicle, the gas, and the food while I'm out eating, delivering those bags, all become a tax deductible expense because I am now a delivery driver. So you throw that in with Uber, Lyft, taxi cab, and any delivery service like Uber Eats or
Mhm.
DoorDash. Those people actually have created a home-based business and should take advantage of these tax deductions.
And you know what? I never understood how reimbursement came for people who do like Uber and DoorDash and Lyft. So when they're just working for the company, they have their own business. But what are they just paid based on what? How do they even do that?
Yeah,
That
they
they
get
may
paid.
be
They
leaving
get
money that they don't know about.
right. So it really it's up to the individual to know what tax deductions are available, and this is
Oh,
what's so key for us is our business educates. So
right.
now we can go out and talk to a Uber or a Lyft driver about our cash flow manager because most of them are not tracking their mileage. They don't get paid for mileage. They're not getting those benefits of a home-based business. So if my car is at my home, then a Uber driver can easily be a home-based business owner as well.
Oh wow. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know how they recoup, whether it was based on the distance or
Yeah, they get paid by
how long
distance.
they were out there. I didn't know how that worked. So I learned something new. So okay. The hood table says she's driven for DoorDash before. Okay.
Okay,
Uh
good.
the hood table, did you know about all of these tax advantages when you were driving for them? I know a lot of this stuff, a lot of people do know, but then there are some people who don't.
Don't know.
So I'm just wondering, did you know about these write offs, the hood table? And let me see, who else? Like, you know, something else that we have talked about before is like for, a lot of the parents have kids that do like their travel ball and all that type of stuff, and they're having to go to these different games. Okay, she said yes. Yes, I wrote why I can't see it.
Her gas, mileage, and insurance.
See, it ain't showing up on mine. Okay. Yeah, she said she wrote that out. So see, I didn't even know I wouldn't have known without having this background, but a lot of people are aware. But so Tanya, shoot, she got the bakery, she got the successful YouTube business,
Right.
and she was doing what you call
Uber,
DoorDash. So she's
DoorDash. Yeah.
just a straight up entrepreneur. And she said,
Oh yeah.
I wrote off maintenance as well. That's true. You can write off maintenance. Um,
Mhm.
isn't it like you can alternate, you can't do both. You can do either the maintenance or the mileage.
Mileage. Right.
Because a lot of people probably don't know that, you know,
Right.
depending on what
Absolutely.
circumstance works for you best. Because there have been, see, what would get me with the mileage part is I work from home anyway. So if I'm doing most of my business over the internet or whatever, I wasn't really getting a lot of mileage. But like if it was a year where I had to buy all 4 tires, had to get new brakes put on, that alone can run you like these days $1,700-$1,800.
Mm-hmm.
So since I didn't have the mileage, I used the car repair because I
Mm-hmm.
was still doing business. I just wasn't doing as many miles as like say you might do because you know have your workplace that you can stop and get
Mm-hmm.
your you know. So I didn't realize that about the Uber and all that stuff. But yeah, what I was going to say is like people, like let's say you got kids that are playing the travel ball and you are going back and forth to these games. I know a lot of times they have to go out of town and spend the night, or they're having to travel and come back in the same day. If you are a home-based business owner, even if you don't have a separate business, if you're doing this business and you use those use that time to also promote your business while you're out, that's a good way to make, get the deductions as well. Because if you're driving, like I used to work with a girl, and every time I turned around, they were going to either Tennessee, some part of Georgia, Kentucky, something like that. And they would go, get a room, stay a couple nights, come back. And
Mm-hmm.
see, all that was coming out of pocket. So had I known about the business back then, I probably would have told her, get some business cards.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, while you there, because I know they sit a lot of times they'll have to sit there because there'll be a lot of different games going on. There's
Right.
plenty of time to talk, promote your business, show a, got your phone there, show a video, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
good way to be able to write off those expenses because it's now
Hey,
a business trip.
not to mention, a lot of times you can sponsor some of the events, like the kids' jerseys
Right,
or meal, and you
right,
put your logo on, and now wherever they
exactly.
go, it becomes advertising for you, and the sponsorship is paid through the company as well. So I think that's a win-win for anyone that has kids, to be able to be a part of a home-based business to take advantage of these deductions. Yeah,
See, Tanya on top of it, she said every sports event for my sons, I passed out my cake business card. See,
that's
she read
awesome.
it.
That's
She was
great.
ready even if she didn't get to go.
That's good. That's good.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, and I bet you it's a lot of parents that if they knew that like you said, just a matter of I was mentioning earlier today that when the girls were doing the tie and dye, we even had the face mask made up
Hmm.
because it was during the height of the pandemic. So they were out walking billboards when they walked
Hmm.
out with their face mask on. So, that becomes, and I would have to, my daughter can be really shy. But we would go to the grocery store and I'm like, you better pay us some business cards while we're in this grocery
Hmm.
store so we can write
Hmm.
this trip off.
Right. Hey, don't forget about the biggest tax deduction for wages for your child. So if you got your child marketing and passing out business card, they are part of your marketing team now, which is up to 12 plus thousand per child a year to help lower your taxable income. So I think that's huge if you want to look at how you can actually get the largest tax deduction, which is hiring your child in your business, promoting
Mm-hmm.
your business and cards. So definitely put them on payroll for a 1099, which lowers your taxable income.
Right, because like I said, when I started my business back in 2015, Naya was 5. It wasn't a whole lot of the 5-year-old that she could contribute, but I could use her picture when I did my post, and I would let her. She had the My Econ T-shirt. When I got mine, she got hers.
Yeah.
When we were still doing the in-person meetings, we would
Right.
sit them up at the front with a clipboard, tell them to sign people in. So they earned that money that they were making, and that I was having to pay out as a salary.
Hmm.
So as long as they working and they getting paid for it, it was a write off for me because one of my
Absolutely.
business expenses is I have to pay this child that work for me.
Yep.
So, she was the only employee and the employee of the month every month, whether she did anything or not. But hey, she been employed since she was 5. So, she making it work. So the hood table, little ace, they'll put a little ace on a t-shirt and put your company name on there. and start paying him.
That's
Because
right.
up until they're 18, they're not subject to federal or social security taxes. So that 12,000 is not going to be taxed. Now I'm not saying I pay mine 12,000. That's based on what you feel like your your child is worth.
The service
But
they're
yeah,
providing, right?
depends on what they do. Like if you got an older child, they might be, and that's something I was supposed to. You just reminded me. Now you're supposed to be entering all of my stuff in my cash flow manager, which I haven't had her to do yet.
Okay.
So she might have to get a demotion if she don't start doing more. Look, I ain't talking about your two boys. I'm talking about your grandbaby. You can put Ace to work. Pay him a salary. He'll advertise for you. She said her two boys are grown now. But she got her grandson, if he'll be 2 this year, won't he? I think he's turned 2 this year. So I put him to work.
hmm Okay, let's so the biggest market for me in my niche market is I like to cater to employees. I've been in one for 24 years. This month I'll be celebrating my 24th year anniversary at my job. So this business was key for me to help people understand how not to overpay your taxes on your job. So any employee anywhere in the world, in the United States, that's
Mm-hmm.
paying taxes, this business is for you. Not overpaying your taxes is key.
Right, right. Because it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. And if you're
Right.
giving it all away in taxes, you're not keeping. When I
That's right.
started, when I started my business, I found I was overpaying, but the fact that I started this home-based business also set me up for more deductions. So I started bringing home an additional $400 in my paycheck every 2 weeks. So that was
hmm
800 a month, 800 times 12, 9,600. So that's close to 10,000. Whereas
hmm
before, if I got a refund, it was because I had overpaid and I wasn't really getting no extra. You know what I mean? I was having them to take that additional $50 out for federal and 50 for state every pay
hmm
period. So that's 200 a month that I was tacking on extra just so I could have a little bit left over at the end or not owe at the end.
hmm
So, that $400, I was like, because you remember you helped me walk through it on that Sunday. I got
hmm
paid that Friday. When I seen that check, I was like, oh yeah, we can do this.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do this. I need that money.
Absolutely. I think every employee needs to do a paycheck checkup because most people don't know that they're overpaying, and we have to educate them that your
Right.
overpayment is that you will be losing the ability to use your money effectively in your own household.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't done mine yet for this year. And usually I try to wait. Well, it's already February, but usually I try to make sure I wait till the end of January before I go in and do any changes because, if you got a job where you get a raise, some people don't get a raise, so they won't have anything to change. But as you've told us before, the whole purpose of updating that W-4 is when you have changes, you know, as often as you have changes or at least once a year. So a change could be anything from a marriage to a divorce to a child or to a child that's you're no longer claiming.
Mhm,
Like you said, there are people who will be on one job now. I ain't one for staying on the same job for a long time. But you have people that's been on a job 30 years and they using the same W-4 setting that they
mhm,
did when they started the job. And it's
mhm,
possible that maybe when you started the job, you didn't have no kids yet.
mhm,
Or maybe you were married, filing joint before, a few years later, God forbid, you got a divorce, you became a widow or something like that.
mhm, mhm,
Anything could happen that could change your financial status. Ben
mhm.
Sticker said, can you repeat that, Tony?
On,
Because I
on
think,
what that? What part?
which part, Ben Sticker? But yeah, anytime your financial situation changes, you should update their W-4 to make
Oh, the
sure.
purpose. Okay.
Mhm,
Yeah, I guess I was saying that my niche market is employees. Being on my job for 24 years, you have to know that you're losing the ability to use your own money effectively if you're overpaying your tax dollars through your payroll deductions.
mhm.
That is the first common mistake that most people make when they start their job. So you could be doing yourself a huge disservice if you don't have your W-4 filled out correctly, because you're literally giving the government an interest-free loan on money that you can be using effectively for yourself.
Yeah, you can change it at any time your financial situation changes.
Absolutely.
Because she was asking, can the W-4 be changed at any time? I read February 15th is the last day. No, like if your financial situation changes, like mid-year, you get a divorce, or mid-year, you know, or before the end of the year, you got a new child born. I don't know what the time limit is on with babies and stuff. But if your situation changes, you can update the W-4. And
I,
back in
I
the day,
think that
go ahead.
the instructions are for the purpose, and you can Google this. And I would challenge everybody on this feed to Google the purpose of the W-4, and it'll tell you in plain sight, that you have to adjust your W-4, like Melissa said, anytime that your personal or financial situation changes. So it's really up to you as an individual to know when something's going on. Like, nobody in HR is going to ask you,
Right.
have you had a divorce? Did you get married? Is all your kids grown? Or you are putting one in college? Have you bought a house? Have you started a business? HR could care less about what you have in your personal. So that's really up to the employee to make sure that that information gets documented on that W-4. So when you document it correctly, you are not allowing them to take money out of your pocket. That money should be in your paycheck so you can start doing what you need to do with it.
Right. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of HR representatives don't even know the purpose of their form.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you ask them, they'll a lot of them will tell you, there's personal information. I can't help you figure that
With
out.
that.
You have some that will think they know it and ask you
Right.
how many kids you got,
Right.
and tell you how many kids you got. Put that down as how many allowances you want or whatever. And the other thing is, people used to be bad about, now I don't think you can do that the way they've got it set up now. But remember when people would say, well, I'm gonna put down that I got 10 allowances the first
Yeah.
6 months of the year, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back for the last
And
6
put zero.
months, put
Yeah.
0. So you can change it anytime you want, but what you have to remember is the ramifications of you not changing it or you changing it. Because like, if you fool around in January and put 10 on there,
Yeah.
and let's say June come and you forget to flip it back,
Right.
that means you've been getting a big chunk of your check all year. And at the end of the year, you may end up having to pay a lot back, because their formula don't change just because you
Right.
got to go back and adjust.
Right. You forgot is not an excuse. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot to put it back. Oh, yeah, we sorry. We're going to send you a little extra something in the mail. We don't need all that back. We need that back.
They like, that's on you, boo. We
Yeah.
didn't tell you to change.
Ignorance is no excuse.
So that just goes to show that it's not anything that they're governing. You have to govern yourself with
Right.
that. But they are going to reinforce those repercussions.
Right.
If you don't.
Right.
So that's why I usually will tell people, like with this business, a lot of times if people decide that they no longer want to do it, you can leave at any time, but go back and fix that W-4 back. Because
Here's the thing. Once you halfway know that you can get most of your money back into your pocket, and really all you have to do is solidify yourself as a business owner, act like a business owner, promote your business on social media. The government is okay with that because you have documentation to say that, hey, Tony's using his cell phone bill. a cell phone. He's using his car to go to a meeting. He's on to make an attempt to make a profit. So when you have those two saying, "Hey, I made an attempt to make a profit, and I have proper record keeping," this
Exactly.
is what solidifies you as a business owner. Even if
Exactly.
you ain't made no money, I made an attempt to make some money.
Right. Because think about it. We get on here, well, when we're doing it consistently, we get on here every Tuesday and Thursday. We're using our cell phones. Like I said, we do the app. I got the upgrade on the StreamYard, so we would have the added features. Um, anything that we're doing it to promote. So whether somebody comes at the end of our show and says they want to join or not, we still done our
It's still
part.
good.
Right. And what better than a video
Right.
as part of your proof that you work in your business? Because we have not only will we have our financial records, but we have every post we've done on social media. We have every live or video we've uploaded. Anytime that we're sharing about the business, that is us actively working our business. And I think
absolutely,
what they say, you only need to do like 2 to 3 hours a week,
right,
consistently, to be considered working your business.
Yeah. How about all you got to do is just repeat of a live? That's you consistently doing something every week.
That's why we don't care about y'all getting tired of us with the posts. Because anybody that know me and Tony know, we'll go back and pull out like everything that pop up on my memories in Facebook. I post it again.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all seen it last year, but just ignore whatever the date is. The information still applies. I'm still promoting my business.
Right. Hey, wait a minute. We got to get back. Okay, we got to talking a lot and we don't want to choke folks up. So let's get back to who else can benefit, because we want to be mindful of y'all time. We won't hold y'all long. Who else in your mind, do you think could benefit or can complement with this business?
You got somebody?
I got one. The travel agents, right? We got several travel agents inside of My Econ because of our Elevation Travel membership, y'all. Hey, look, we know people traveling every day, whether it's business or personal. If you can get 100% write-off for you going where on that vacation, Valentine's Day coming up, you can't tell me you would not want 100% of your money back by becoming a business owner with us today. Who wouldn't want 100%? I need to know. Who wouldn't want 100%?
Exactly. I told my story the other week about when we went to the Dominican. I turned that whole trip into a business trip. Okay, we got a question here. Copper 4638 says, hello everyone. Can you talk about options other than home-based business for tax reductions if you haven't already? Well, we pretty much focus on the home-based business part of it. Now there may be other, ways you can do tax deductions.
You can talk about increasing your investments accounts. That's how you can lower your tax.
That's true. If you're not in a business, if you know anything about the tax system, they are basing your tax, how you're taxed on your taxable income. If you take steps to lower that taxable income, and that means if you're working and there are things that you can do that they can take out pre-tax, that's going to lower your taxable income. So when you contribute to a 401k, like a lot of people, I think the bare minimum, if you don't increase it, is like what, maybe 3% or something. Well, if you take it up to the max of like, now this is only if you can afford to do that. Now I'm not telling you about to run out, max out their 401k, but anytime you increase how much you're putting in, that's taking layers off of your taxable income. Same thing like I do an HSA, health savings account. That's money that's coming out pre-tax. That's lowering my taxable income. Let me see. He says IRAs, but there is an income limit. Now, usually with IRAs, those aren't pre-tax, though, right? Those are the ones that you're putting in.
You put money in. Yeah, it
Yeah,
has a limit. It does have the limit on it. You can only
it
like I
is.
think it may be 18, depending on your age, I
Right,
believe.
right.
Yeah.
Because I saw that the other day where I was looking at something and it was talking about, if you're over 55,
Hmm.
you can go up to this amount. If you're under 55,
Yeah.
it was like a lower amount. I guess if you're
Right.
closer to retirement or
Hmm.
whatever, they'll let you do more. But yeah, there is a limit. But a lot of people who like initially that's one thing about when you start a job and they bring you in there for orientation, usually that part is near the end. You already brain overload from
Hmm.
everything they told you in orientation. So when they come at the end and start talking to you about the 403B or 401k, you to a point where you like, what do I need to sign? Just tell me where I need to sign. I don't
Yeah.
know what.
Hey, I can't. Hey, how about I ain't finna give you no money and I ain't made no money yet. How about that? I can't think about getting you some money that I ain't made.
Right. They want me to sit here and figure out, and then they give you all this extra information that you don't know what to do with, and
Yeah.
you just like, and they talking about a Vanguard and a this and a that, and you just like, uh, okay, just let me sign what I need to sign.
So
But
I can go back to work. Yeah.
right, but then one of the things, and this was like the most beneficial thing that I learned is when Mr. Charles Thomas came down and he did our meeting for us that time, and he was telling us, as far as your 401k goes, if you have a company that matches, because not everybody matches. He was saying, if you have a company that will match, just put into the max amount that they will match. And then if you want to invest anything outside of that, look for some other means to invest that's going to give you a higher rate of return. I had never thought about anything like that. I didn't even think about it like with the match, the don't match, all of this stuff. So it's a lot of good information. That's the one of the other great things about um, this business. They explain investing to you. I'm not saying you're going to, when you get done, your last name going to be Schwab, but you will get a better understanding because they teach you, the vernacular and everything. They're not
Hmm.
going to tell you what to invest in, but they're going to teach you the terminology if you are willing to learn. That's another
Hmm.
thing. It's there. You have to be willing to dive in and learn it and make sure you're doing the right thing. So all of this whole membership comes with so much information that you can use to improve your finances, even if you never get anybody to join your business. You learn enough for yourself to have a stream, for it to be a stream of income.
Okay.
No,
Hey,
I, go ahead.
let's add one more complementary business is, and that's the credit repair. We got to always talk about the credit
I was
repair
thinking about
because
you.
you look, the world economy, everybody's in debt and nobody knows how to get out of it. So what we have is a do-it-yourself credit repair system, step by step, shows you how to control your finance. So man, I'm telling you, I think the bread and butter outside of the membership is that credit repair system that we offer in this membership. Membership have perks and privileges, no doubt.
Does. It does. And then like not only that, if a person just wants to buy that product alone, you still can get a stream of income from selling just that do-it-yourself kit. But with everything that comes with the membership, like you said, if you got a free do-it-yourself credit repair kit included in this membership, that, like I said, free, because the monthly amount we pay, for everything we get,
Hmm.
that $39 is
Yeah,
nothing compared to
nothing.
taking your credit score from a 650
Yeah,
to a 732.
yeah.
You know, you can't even count how much money you brought in with that, because now when you're going and applying for things or you're getting credit on things, you're getting it at a lower interest rate. And
And
that's
lower
money in
payment.
your pocket that you hadn't even spent yet.
Right,
So yeah, the credit repair, and then I always say with the credit repair, you can flip that thing three ways.
right.
Fix your own credit, sell it to somebody else so that they can learn to fix their credit, or if you get so good at it that you want to start a credit repair business, hey, there's another stream of income coming in just from that
Absolutely.
one product. You can get paid 3 times.
Yeah,
You know,
all you really need is the templates. You need the dispute letters, the validation letters. You got the how to increase and the credit builder. All of that stuff is inside of the membership. Look, you do not have to be a specialist. All you got
no,
to do is know how to follow instructions. I heard it from one of my mentor, my millionaire mentor. He said, "Look, most people can be wealthy if they only learn how to follow instruction. It's just like
right,
going to a job. They're going to train you how to do the job. And if you
right,
can't train yourself on how to build wealth, then can't nobody help you."
right. And what is it they used to tell us all the time? You just got to be teachable.
That's
Are
right.
you teachable?
Are you
I was
teachable?
teachable.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you stand correction? That's the question. Can you stand correction?
And then the other thing is you only get out of your business what you put into it. If you do nothing with it, that's what you're gonna get back. Not a darn thing.
Not a darn thing.
Nothing. But
Yeah.
if you go in and even if it's just for yourself, like I said, if you don't have anybody else that wants to join the business with you, as long as you're getting the benefits yourself and you're learning, you're getting it's a win-win. You're
It's a
getting
win-win.
money from your streams of income where you're saving, and then you're getting money with the things that you're learning that's preventing you from spending money. Because this company teaches you how to eliminate debt, which is a stream of income. Because money you was paying on bills, you ain't paying it no more. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you keeping it. It teaches you how to get business income. So
Mm-hmm.
there's another stream of income coming in. You fix your credit, there's
Mm-hmm.
another stream of income coming in because
Mm-hmm.
you get stuff at a lower rate. And
Mm-hmm.
then you learn the investment portion of it, and
Mm-hmm.
you get your residuals or your passive income for,
Taxes.
yeah. And then, yeah,
Yeah.
don't forget about tax savings because a lot of times, even if you don't, when you get ready to, a lot of people, the results are going to be different when you update your W-4 because some people aren't overpaying as much as other people are. It's, every circumstance is different. So I've had people that actually only may get back an additional $50 per paycheck. That's still $100 a month that you
Mm-hmm.
weren't getting before, and that covers the monthly cost, which is tax deductible anyway. And you still
Mm-hmm.
got some change left over, but when you're really going to see the difference is when you file your taxes that first year, and now you have all these new deductions that you didn't have before. So a lot of times people, who was it that was talking about people want to see microwave results? I think that was Pastor Gregory. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times people want to see immediate results. Sometimes you won't see that influx of cash until tax season
Mm-hmm.
comes around because now you got a whole different circumstance as far as when you file your taxes. You got deductions that you didn't have before for things that you were doing before, but because you didn't have a home-based business, they were not deductions. So that's
I don't
again,
think. You know what? I think a lot of people haven't noticed. If you hadn't been watching the news, they're saying that the IRS is actually putting a lot of people's tax returns on hold. They're saying don't file. They got a lot of things going on. So imagine you waiting on a refund check and they telling you you can't file because they got some other issues going on. Now, if you were getting your money all year long through your paycheck,
you don't
you
worry
wouldn't
about
have to even worry about it. You say, hey, keep that little $100. I got my $10,000, $15,000 all year long. So they making it really hard for people to want to wait on a
it. Right,
refund check, money
right,
that's actually yours, and then they're telling you to wait and delay it.
right. Because I still know a lot of people that are saying they haven't gotten their refund from
Mm.
last year yet. And
Wow.
when people ask me about it, I'm like, well, I try not to get a refund, so it don't really matter to
It don't
me
matter.
because I try to max mine out in my paycheck.
Hmm.
So
Right.
I'm not looking for a windfall. You know, if anything, $100, I'd be appreciative. But if you can't give me that 100 for another year, I
I'll be
survive.
all right.
Yeah,
Keep that. You need it more than I do.
right.
Hey, this has been
So,
good. So what we quickly approaching our hour. That's good.
okay, Benj says there's not enough agents. My aunt works for the IRS. You
Mm,
know what? That is a good point. And then another thing that you have to think about too, and I learned this, that a lot of times when they are short, they just bring people in, give them this quick training class, and then turn them loose.
mm,
And we've said before, not all tax preparers are created equal.
mm-hmm.
So if you've got somebody that went through, like, say, a course like me and Tony did, where we were sharing answers and cheating and doing everything, you don't want to sitting there doing your taxes when you got somebody over here that knows it like the back of their hand,
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the real reality of it. A lot of people may not know. Like, there are a lot of people that are good with taxes for individuals, but they may not know the ins and outs of taxes for home-based business owners because they may not have a lot of customers that own a home-based business.
Right.
So, you may have learned about it in school, kind of like trigonometry. They had us sitting there learning all that mess. We ain't never need trig in life no more. So,
Right.
so even if I made an A back in 1987, it don't matter because I ain't used
Today.
it. So I wouldn't be asking me to come tutor your child because I ain't did it in 30 years.
Right.
Same thing. If you are a tax preparer and do not have a lot of customers that are home-based business owners, that's not going to be your area of expertise
Right.
necessarily.
Yeah.
So it's something to think about.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I'm gonna give you my ending, and I'll let you
Okay.
close. So what we do is try to show people how to write off their lifestyle. Everybody in my circle probably got a kid, a house, a car, a bunch of bills, putting some kids through college, thinking about retiring. I can tell you now, a home-based business can help y'all with all of that. A home-based business is going to give you some money back for things that you're already spending, and it's almost like it's a no-brainer not to have a home-based business because the deductions are there, the money is there, the products are there, and we got everything you need to succeed. And I'm telling you, I don't have nobody degree, but you
Right.
won't know it because I'm packed with a bunch of information that I'm just willing and ready to share with anybody willing to listen.
Exactly. And that's the great thing about it. Like, me and Tony, he works in the automotive industry. I do something with the healthcare industry. Neither one of us went to school for nothing that got to do with no money.
Right.
But we both can sit up here and talk about it because we got this business and we know how we was teachable and we can watch a video and we can read.
That's it.
I got ticked because the hood table said basic math is all I ever needed.
That's right.
Look, they got you in there learning about the square root and I ain't never had the square root nothing. Not a doggone thing. Sine, cosine, none of that stuff. So, children, I'm not saying don't get your lesson as an old folks.
Right.
Get
Get your
your
lesson.
lesson. But
That's right.
I'm gonna give you a tip. You ain't gonna use that trigonometry. You not. I ain't use no cactus. Was it cactus? Look, it's been so long. Is that the name of it? Is it cactus?
A cactus.
I ain't used none of it. I didn't use twice two is four.
Yeah.
I know how to divide, multiply, add, and subtract. And
That's
that
it.
gets me through the day to day.
That's it.
So thank you for joining us. We're coming up on 49 minutes. So thank you for
Absolutely.
joining us. Thank you to Deanna Irvin that came through. Cooper 4638. Thanks for coming
Absolutely.
through.
Thank
We
you,
hope you come
YouTubers.
back
That's
because
great.
you did ask some good questions about the IRA and everything. We appreciate y'all, making us think and
Oh, yeah, that's good. Great stuff.
you
Great.
know, Benj Thinker. Benj Thinker is one of our associates now. Benj, now if you need to reach you, if you need us to do any type of training or anything with you, please reach out to me. Let me know. We can set up a private StreamYard and we can go over any questions you got. you know. So that is something that we do as well. Like when people sign up, if they need individual help, we ain't gonna hold your hand all the way through. But everybody, when they first get started, has questions, or they may not even know they got questions until we start talking. So anybody who is signed up, especially during this holiday promo or in the last month, that needs somebody to go over the information with them, just reach out to Tony or myself and let us know, because we don't mind doing that. Who else was on today? Let's see, the Hood Table, Binge Thinker, Deanna Irvin. There's somebody else. I think that was it. And the Cooper 4638. So thank y'all for joining us. All I would say is consider, like Tony said, go and do your paycheck checkup. That's whether you have a business or not. Everybody should do that. If you go to what's the
IRS.gov, IRS.gov, IRS estimator.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you go and do that, get your pay stub, or a lot of us have it online now. Pull up your pay stub. It's gonna ask you specific questions, just like when you filling out the W-4 or whatever. Put your information in based on what you're telling them from your pay stub. It's gonna show you how much you should be taking out if you want to break even, how much if you want to owe, which I don't know why anybody would want to do that, and how much if you want to continue to treat it like a forced savings account. It'll show you what you need to put in order that you get money back at the end of the year if you don't want it during the year. And everybody's different. You may have your own reasons for wanting to do it that way. But be sure to go in and do that checkup. I have to do mine. I might try and put together a video just, with the fake one, just to give people an idea of where the app is or the website is and how to go through and put information in there. So I will work on getting that and putting out a brief video on that. And the other thing is consider a home-based business. We talked about all of the home-based businesses that can complement that our business complements. So you may already have a business and not know how much money you're leaving on the table or what all you could be writing off that you're not writing off. So this membership will help you to learn what you may not have known as far as getting those benefits as well. So thank y'all for joining us.
Hey, real quick, Melissa.
Out of here.
Hey, before you end, let everybody know on your page or mine, the founder of our company does a presentation Monday through Friday at 8:00. And we'll actually have one in about 6 or 7 minutes. So you guys are welcome to come on and check out how he does a presentation about what we do in this awesome company.
Right. This is our co-founder, Mr. Ivy Stokes, that started this company, what was it, 18 years ago now? They're going on 20 years. They've been doing it with Mr. Stokes and Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry, Mr. Alvin Curry. So these two gentlemen got this business started, and they saw fit to share it with us and help us to get businesses going. And we just been building each other up and trying to make sure everybody wins. So yeah, I will share that on my Facebook page. A lot of times I try to share it on my YouTube when I get the alert, but for some reason they don't always come through consistently. But yeah, we will definitely share those, and we appreciate y'all taking time to listen to us. Let us know if we can help you get started. And we will see y'all next week on Tony's channel. Because it's his turn. Y'all he always trying to make me do it on my page with all them lame excuses he be telling me about he ain't got enough shit. It's gonna be on him next week.
Okay. See y'all next week.
All right. Bye, y'all.